Hello, everyone. It is Mr. G, and we are getting closer to Texas Thespians Convention. And so I wanted to give you all a little bit more information about what you'll need to take to Texas Thespians and what to expect at Texas Thespians. So we will proceed. First thing is we will be meeting at Plano East at 6 p.m. We're actually leaving at 6 p.m. So you'll want to get to Plano East before 6 p.m. Some things to take with you. I highly recommend taking a rolling suitcase. You'll be transporting the suitcase from place to place, and it is much more convenient if you have something on wheels. Just keep in mind you are going to have to be traveling with this suitcase when we get there and traveling a lot when we depart from the Gaylord. Another thing to bring is a small backpack or tote bag or something that you can fit the supplies that you'll need for your day, like your phone and like dance shoes if you're attending dance workshops. You will be able to go back up to your hotel room since we are staying at the Gaylord, but I recommend that you take a small bag, a drawstring bag, or a small tote to take with you to your workshops and as you go on through the day. Um, One thing that I also recommend is as you take workshops, make sure to keep eyes on your bag and your materials. Another thing to bring is snacks. There is a convenience store, but it is expensive. There is a coffee shop convenience store. It is also expensive. So just please plan accordingly with those snacks. But you will want some healthy snacks to power you through your day. I want to reiterate the fact that this is like convention style food. So everything is deep fried for the most part. So I would be wise with my intake of food, and we'll get to food a little bit later on. But I would be wise by bringing some snacks that you might enjoy um, in between meals. There is a fridge in your room, but keep in mind you are also rooming with up to 3 other people. So please be considerate about what you bring to for the fridge. But you can bring like small, like little yogurt or smoothies, um, something to definitely supplement your breakfast needs. There is no microwave in the rooms. There's one microwave that I have found in the Gaylord Texan. It is in the convenience store, but of course, everyone is going to be using that microwave. So, community microwave. But so you'll have access to one, but it won't be very, very easily to access. Um, More things about what to bring, spending money. So there's been a couple of questions about meal vouchers. Meal vouchers are new this year. Usually we get 2 plated dinners, but meal vouchers can be used um, to replace a meal. I recommend that you use your meal vouchers for your lunches and then find a secure your dinner. Most of the prices of meals are going to be comparable to each other. There are restaurant options in the Gaylord Texan that that you can make use of. Again, I would budget around $20 for each meal. That is outside of the 2 meal vouchers that you get. So I would estimate about $20 for each meal, so around $80, and that'll be like a safe estimate. There's also room service that you can order from your phone in your room, and that is pretty comparably priced to going and sitting down at the restaurant. They actually like bring that food up to you, but meal service ends at around 11 o'clock. Earmuffs and gloves, if you plan on doing ice at the Gaylord, which is an additional cost. But if you plan on doing ice or ice skating, which is also an option at the Gaylord, you will maybe want to bring some earmuffs or gloves to make it a little bit more of an enjoyable experience for you. They will provide, if you've never been to the ice before, they will provide these giant parkas that you can use, but I've heard from additional students over the years that earmuffs and gloves are recommended as well. All right. So we are on our feet all day long on Thursday and Friday. So and most of Saturday morning. So bring comfortable clothing and comfortable shoes. If you plan on doing a lot of dance choreography workshops, then you can bring jazz shoes or character shoes with you as well. But most of all the choreography can be done with just normal gym shoes. Um, if you are competing in competitions, that is you need to wear black clothing for competition. So make sure you bring your black clothing. Any toiletries you need, shower stuff. Remember, you are sharing the room with up to 3 other people. So that little sample size shampoo is only going to go so far over over a few nights. So you might plan to bring your own shower stuff. I also recommend bringing hand sanitizer, something small that you can just put in your little portable tote. And this is a big one. That's why it's in all caps. Portable charger. You can charge in your room, in your hotel room. You can charge your phone, but in the convention area or in the hotel area, those plugs, those outlets are few and far between. So plan to take a portable charger that you can charge up at night and use during the day. I will be taking 2 because I have 2 different devices that I need to make sure that I am keeping charged. All right, medicines, a big one. If you have medications, they must go through the school. They must be handed to the nurse at Plano East, if you are able to, or the nurse at Williams or McMillan. But the district guidelines say that medication has to go through the school nurse. Parents will have to transport this to school, put it in the original container, and only the amount you need for the trip. So the original container must contain your name, the prescription number. It must look official, like you are meant to take it. And this is just for everyone's safety. And to plan for medicine, please remember that we are going to be there Wednesday evening, all day Thursday, all day Friday. And I would plan for Saturday before 7. So if there are any medications before 7, I would plan to pack those as well. Guidebook. All right, this is a big one. We will help you navigate with the guidebook if you are new to the convention. But every schedule and update will be on this app called Guidebook. So I recommend looking for this app on the App Store of your device. Once you download Guidebook, you're going to have the opportunity to search up Texas Thespians Convention 2023. When you get there, it might look like it's for San Antonio, but it is for both San Antonio and Grapevine. So go ahead and download the Texas Thespians Convention Guidebook for 2023. It should be pretty intuitive. You all are digital natives, so I have no hesitation that you all will be able to access this app. One important thing is you will be able to turn on the notifications for this app. So turn on the notifications so that you can get all the updates for Guidebook. Guidebook is the location where you will find maps of the facilities because Gaylord Texan and the Convention Center is there. It's a big place. So these maps give you some information and some tools to use. There will also be a schedule. The schedule that's on Guidebook, it's a schedule of all the workshops, of all the shows, of all the lip sync contests, all the things you can imagine that goes along with Texas Thespians. It'll be put on the Guidebook. It's important. You can create a schedule. You can look through the different workshops that are going to be offered. Oftentimes, workshops are offered more than once, so keep that in mind if you have multiple workshops you want to go to at a certain time. But it'll be where you'll be able to add a workshop to your schedule. Now, this is an important thing to note. Just because you add a workshop to your schedule does not mean you are registering for that workshop. It is only a tool that Texas Thespians Convention uses to help you all organize your workshops. So it will compile all the things you wanted to do, all the things you added into a schedule so that you can go day by day and look at your schedule and see what you're scheduled to do. It's a very useful tool for helping students navigate through the workshops. So I recommend that you spend some time looking through those workshops, any shows that you might want to see, etc. A couple of major points about convention. You paid money for this. So you are required to attend workshops, shows, and other events. All right. There will be regular check ins with your director. So whether you go to Plano East and you will check in with me or Miss K, um, Williams students will check in with Miss Sutton, and Macmillan students will check in with Miss Gaines. I might also require a check-in if the situation arises. We're asking that all the students stay with a buddy, and that doesn't mean you are tied to that person for the rest of the convention, and you probably don't even want that tied to a specific person the entire time. But I recommend that if you're going to workshops, go with one other person. Find out who else likes the um, the workshop that you are interested in, and see if you all can just be there for each other. If you are wanting to go to a workshop that nobody else wants to go to, that's fine too. Just please make sure that you send that information to your director so that we know where you are. Observe curfew. There are a ton of rules that Texas Thespians organization sets forth for us. And there are many, and I will be going over some of those on Wednesday evening. But one of the most important things is to observe curfew. You must observe the curfew. There will be security patrolling the hallways. So please make sure you are in your room when you are supposed to be in your room each night. A couple of other things, you will not be able to leave the Gaylord Texan. The only exception is if you are being picked up by a parent, then I will have to physically check you out with that parent. So if that situation occurs, then I'll need to be involved with that. We'll have a conversation. We can work that out. Um, Anything you buy at the convention is extra. All right. What is included in your convention fee was the hotel room for several nights, and the meal vouchers, and the price of the actual convention. So everything else, if you want souvenirs or if you want anything else, it is extra. If you go to ICE, it is extra. If you want to go to Cinnabon, it is extra. Um, so please plan accordingly. I'll let you and your parents decide what is reasonable for the amount of money you can spend at that convention. It is important. There are some rules that are set forth by the Texas Thespians organization, and they are strict. They have to be strict because there are so many students at this convention that we need to make sure everything is orderly and makes sense and is clear. So, if you break a rule set forth by the Texas Thespians Convention, the organization will send you home. Not even anything to do with me. It will supersede any control that I have. The organization will send you home, and your parents will have to come and pick you up. I have never done that. I've never had to have that done. So, I'm just putting that out there into the universe because I am obliged to tell you from the organization all of the different rules that must be adhered to. Now, one of the things that I want to also point out is that you will receive a badge from me on Wednesday when we register, and you will wear this badge around your neck. It's a standard convention badge. Inside on it is your name and your troop name, which is Plano East Senior High for all of us. We're all a blanket Plano East troop, all one big happy theater family. And it will also have your troop number. That is your identification. You must wear that to anything you go to. You may take it off briefly within the workshop experience, within each workshop, but you must not lose it. Every year we have at least one student lose it. Let's not let that be you. Keep your badge on your person as much as possible. That is required. All right. Replacement badges are, I think, $20. We'll know more when we get there. It changes every year. But so you can get a replacement, but it's a waste of money. So please make sure that you have your badge on there. Your consent form will also be on there. Your emergency information form will also be tucked away into the pocket of your badge. Your badge says your name and says our school's name. I would like for you to represent us well. Anybody that sees you in the hallways or in workshops can see that you are from Plano East. So please make sure that at all moments you are exhibiting true Plano East theater values and not doing anything that strays from those values. You all are good students, good humans, and I want you to make good choices as we go through this convention. All right, as I tell the kids, don't embarrass me. The last thing, Saturday. Saturday, I'll admit, is very tentative. We will return to Plano East whenever the convention is done. We have a student performing in the closing ceremonies, so we are going to leave after the closing ceremonies. The Texas Thespians organization has a very specific dismissal in order to be orderly. With 8,000 students attending this convention, it's necessary to maintain a sense of order. So we all gather in a holding room and they call us individually as our bus gets there and they load. So we can return to Plano East anywhere between 6 to 7 p.m. is what I'm estimating. But please make sure that you are flexible. We can have the students text you or contact you when we're on our way from the Gaylord. But the best I can do is an estimated time because I don't want to promise you something and then not be able to deliver that. So I will say that if you need to go home early, you are always welcome to be checked out directly from the Gaylord. So if you need to be there, need to be somewhere on Saturday, and you need to be guaranteed a time of arrival, then the best thing to do is to come up to the Gaylord and get picked up by someone at the Gaylord. Awesome. All right. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at brian.grunkowski, GRUNKOWSKI, @pisd.edu. I am so looking forward to our time at Texas Thespians.